I'm Anna. I'm an artist, activist, architect, and editor, and I'm a founding member of a Polish feminist activist group in Berlin called Dziewuchy Berlin. Yeah, that's me.
Are you more likely to cry or to scream for political reasons?
That's a great question. Actually, well, no, I'm rather screaming, and to be honest, 2019 I developed an action called Global Scream. We do it every year in Berlin. It's screaming for 1 minute. It's called Global Scream. In German, it's called Aufschrei Global. Aufschrei, it's a hint to a hashtag called Aufschrei, hashtag Aufschrei von Anne Wieczorek from some years ago, and it was a pre-form of Me Too, which everybody forgot because it was in German. So yeah, I'm definitely doing a Global Scream, which is a minute of screaming, definitely.
Which theorist or activist has strongly influenced you in your political work?
To be honest, none. I tried to read something, but I found, to be honest, no one. It was actually my boss, yeah, who is a late boss. He was a wind energy pioneer. He was an author, but we wrote different books. We wrote books about wind power, not about politics. But he had many theories about politics and activism. He was one of those people who made a change in Denmark in the 70s after the oil crisis. Many people were unhappy and protesting. But some people in the north of Jutland, they said, well, all right, saying no is not enough. Let's find an alternative. And that's how wind turbines, as we know them today, were being developed. His sentence, he said to me once, Anya, don't be only against, be for something, offer an alternative. And that's my way of doing things.
If you could have been part in one specific historic moment in anti-racist struggles, which one would it be?
Well, okay, apart from, ancient Rome slaves revolutions, no, not that time, because it was not really good for women. But if I was to live a historical moment, this would have been 100 years ago, the first congresses of women, where women were fighting for the rights, the right to vote and the right for education, higher education. I think I would have been then, standing on the streets like I do today, taking part in discussions and congresses. I would have done it 100 years ago as well. The problem is we still do it 100 years later, but it's the time and the moment I would like to take part in.
Which song or film helps you in a moment where you feel politically powerless?
If I want to think about things, then it's Tracy Chapman, who is kind of forgotten, but it's her.
Don't you know, you're talking about a revolution, it sounds.
Which book would you recommend as a starting point for newcomers in migrant organizing?
Yeah, I forgot the title. Shit. The cover is white with red letters. But anyway, the book contains different examples of different methods for activism, and it's explaining why people use these methods. Okay, my activism is an artistic one. So obviously there is a mix between art and activism and politics. So I would go for examples of how people do creative protests. How can art save us? And it can.
Poor people gonna rise up, get their share. Poor people gonna rise up and take what's theirs.